Everyone these days talks about wellness, don't they? But whatever happened to just saying TLC? Do you remember everyone would say just a bit of TLC?
Yeah, what I keep thinking of is it Benecol? Well, some sort of yogurt, some special yogurt that's really good for you. And TLC was like tummy loving care or something.
Tummy loving care, yeah. That was their motto, right?
Yeah, but isn't TLC? I thought in general that was tender loving care.
Tender loving care, yeah.
Right,
But I think
yeah.
it's like people back in our day, people used to say, "Oh, I just need a bit of TLC," right? A bit of affection, a bit of wellness, a bit of love. Yeah. It's funny because talking about back in our day, so I'm teaching children at school here in Brazil between the ages of 12 to 15, and they're making me feel really old. One of them called me a boomer yesterday.
A boomer. I always get confused at which generation is which, but boomer, we are a long way off boomer, aren't we?
Well, I was explaining to them, boomer comes from baby boomer, which is when the population, the birth rate boomed, it increased after the Second World War. And I was trying to say that I wasn't born in the 50s or 60s. And she just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, because what's after that then? It's so boomers, then millennials?
I don't know. I think there should be one in between there. Maybe it is just millennials.
Yeah, and then we're Gen Z, aren't we?
Yeah. I think there's been 2 more now or something. It's crazy. But some of the references in the lessons. So we have a textbook that we sometimes teach from, and some of the references I have to keep explaining. There was one for CDs and DVDs, and no one had a clue.
Yeah, because I guess it's just get your Spotify up, stream it, download it, and yeah, what's the point in a CD? It just sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, no one even knew what they were. Yesterday, Skype came up, and no one knew what Skype was. I had to explain what Skype was.
Oh, it's like the OG Zoom, isn't it?
No. And I was saying before FaceTime.
Back in my day.
I was saying it's the first time you could video call people. It was amazing. And they were saying, is it like Discord?
What happened to Skype? I take it it's still a thing, but I wonder why it fell off a little bit. It's it's just not popular. Definitely not as popular, but it's just not popular at all.
I think my mum still uses Skype to FaceTime her elderly sisters. So I think that's the kind of demographic.
Okay, well, I hope she's not watching this episode then. So no offense.
Yeah, no offense, Mum. Lots of love from Brazil.
And what about Blu-ray? Did you ever have Blu-ray? It's not something I ever had or actually understood. So if somebody, if a young teenager asked me what Blu-ray was, I wouldn't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I had to explain Blu-ray. All of these things that make me feel old. I had to explain Blu-ray. I just said it was like more HD movie. I said it was a better quality stream, and then they understood.
Okay, so yeah, it's just like HD, good quality, just DVDs but better.
Yeah, back in the day, Blu-ray was exciting.
But you had to get a separate, like a Blu-ray player, didn't you? Because we'd have DVD players, and then you had to get a separate device for Blu-ray.
Yeah, I remember because I had a PS3. I think that took Blu-ray, and it was really funny because suddenly I became, I would have been like 12, and suddenly I became the tech person of the family because my PS3 could control Blu-ray, and it has, the remote controller like this instead of, and if my parents wanted to watch something, suddenly I had a bit of power to,
Yeah,
find
they
it
were
is.
asking you how to do something for the first time.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, I guess.
So you were a PlayStation boy then, were you? PlayStation man, PlayStation teen?
I was a PlayStation teen. I was always more like go and play in the woods type kid with my brother growing up and play football, thankfully. But yeah, I did enjoy PlayStation, but I was never allowed online. My parents never let me play with other people.
Oh, no, probably for the better.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I was always an Xbox kid, just because most of my friends had one. I had a few friends with PlayStation, but way more had Xbox. So, but like you say, probably better to just be kicked outside. I think having a brother probably made that a little bit easier. But yeah, go outside. You're not allowed back in until it gets dark, and yeah, just go eat some mud.